Hey there everyone, this is RCK. I'm glad to have you back again today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Today I actually noticed I got my first dislike about 3 months into my channel. And I think I totaled up number of likes I had altogether, and it was about 300, a little bit over that. And I was like, I feel like 300 out of 1 are pretty good odds. I'm sure I can't keep that up for very long, of course. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that don't like the things I say or the things I do. And that doesn't bother me, and it'll be alright. So let's go ahead and get started on the video today. Today we're going to be going over the next 4 episodes, or no, 4 turns of the EA Caelum series, Arena of Tyrants that I currently have going on. Um, a lot of things are going on this turn. If you remember correctly, since the last episode, I can't remember if we spoke about Satis started cracked another one of Ormor's forts. There's a few things going on with Agartha and Helheim, and we are just sitting quietly over in the corner, or hoping that people will forget about us. And then we're watching out for the next targets that we want to jump on for sure. So let's go ahead and start here on turn 33. And we found a magic site. We found an enchanted tower. We found an additional magic site, a wood hinge. I know this is a nature. I believe the enchanted tower, I believe that's an earth site, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It could be astral too. Some crippled units dying. So we have a battle here with Ermor versus Satis. It looks like Ermor has sallied out or has attacked with a separate army, because I see another battle here later on. So it looks like Ermor is bringing a lot of troops along, a lot of their communion slaves and their astral communions they have going on. It looks like all of these troops here in the front that all have fire gems are going to be communion masters, while the slaves back here will boost them up high enough to cast fire elementals, and they'll probably cast 2 apiece. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a lot of fire gems they're putting in this. They're putting 20 fire gems into this fight. Summoning 20 fire elementals in the front lines here. Oh, well, more than that actually, because there's another one right here that also had fire gems. I'm just seeing what's going on here. Interestingly enough, we have a Nature 3 Water 1 Mage. Not too sure on what he's going to cast, so we're going to have to keep our eyes open on this one. I'm definitely going to be casting Foul Vapors. I don't think he could have Mass Protection or anything like that up at the moment, but we will definitely keep our eye out for what he casts here. I'm just looking through slaves. Okay. Now let's see what's going on here. We've already spoke about this army before. It looks like he has a slightly different formation he's got going on in the back here. He has moved his Mormalicon back to behind the troops, which I think they were there. I think he was there before. He's doing his Communion Slave and Master thing again, with all of the Reborn being Horde of Skeleton Casters in the front. It looks like the Masters are also going to be these Crystal Sorceresses, so very much the same script as we saw before, just a little slightly different placement as far as his troops go. More than likely because he just has fewer now, because he has been taking some losses in these battles. And interestingly enough, I do want to hover over this guy here and see what he casts. Oh, he's casting Howl. Okay, that does make sense too, and I believe that was in the magic paths that we have spoke about earlier that Ermor currently has, from what we could tell in his battle magic. Not too bad altogether. Hopefully enough the Howl will work out great for him, because Over time, it's just going to have more and more wolves come, and they're going to be coming from all over the battlefield, meaning that they're going to be catching some of these commanders and some of these mages on the side and hopefully doing damage to them. I'm very much surprised that Armor is still able to mount such a heavy sacred force. Let's just look at his bless again, just to familiarize ourselves if we don't, or if we have forgotten at this point. Morale +1, attack skill +2, magic weapons, defense skill +3, magic resistance, strength +2, and combat speed +30%. The very, very high defense skill is very worrisome for all these other troops. Usually, most of the skeletons have very, very low attack skill and everything else. And there's so many fire elementals here. Probably would have liked to have these troops here wait a little bit longer. Some of them are catching on fire. It looks like more about to catch on fire. I'm not sure why the elementals are just clumping up here. I mean, yeah, they have a few things to attack, but I think they should have gone farther by now. I see a lot of mine burn spam or enslaved mines coming out. Some fireflies, thunder strikes, rage, dust to dust. It looks like they're casting a few more castings of Horde of Skeletons, so their fatigue has dropped low enough to cast it again. And having another wave come in is definitely not going to help Ermor out. It looks like on the north side, the chariots have taken out the last of his cav. Now the chariots are mixing in with Ermor's infantry and are heading to the back lines in a moment. So this is definitely going downhill. Fire elementals are still in the match though, still taking out large clumps of undead throughout the way. Honestly enough, I do not see Hal making too much of a difference here. I expected a lot more to happen with Hal. A lot more coming from the sides, but I'm just not seeing it. Well, actually, it looks like the Wolves are routing at this point. Yep, and there they go. And some more are coming in. Or are they just, yeah, they're just routing too. Never mind. Interesting. And there's this Hal caster about to leave the battlefield, taking Hal along with it. So Augur Elder, he will make it off as well. Skeleton is just cleaning things up, and that'll be the end of the battle. Let's see. So I feel like there were both heavy losses on both sides here. A little bit heavier on the Ormorian side due to the fact of how many mages that they lost, and his ability or his non-ability to actually produce those mages as well anymore, just from being under attack, losing castles, losing ground. Other than that, I see losing a lot of chaff, losing 34 more sacreds, and those guys are fairly expensive. 45 gold apiece. That's quite a bit of bank that just was destroyed there, and 65 apiece for augurs. Centurion was lost. And on the statistic side, 3 crystal sorceresses, which these guys aren't as easy for him to make. He might have one province that he can make these out of, but they have done a lot of damage with their thunder strikes. He lost his god. Oof, I did not watch that part. We will watch that again just to see when his god died. He lost 10 reborns. That is very painful, being 105 gold apiece. Due to the fact that he is on the march at this point, they're going to be hard to replace. Yes, he's going to have him at home, but he's not going to have him in his army. he lost 8 shamans, that is also fairly painful. But due to the fact of most of the crystal sorceress has been gone, the communion won't be needed to be as large anymore. Elite warriors and not too big of a deal. The Falchineers, 13 gold. They're better units than elite warriors, but elite warriors have their own specialty to them due to the fact of them being slaves and how cheap they are. Um, Losing 52 chariots is also fairly painful due to the fact of them being 45 gold apiece. So overall, I feel like both sides took heavy losses on this. I did not notice before that Satis's god also died in this battle. But when it comes to it, Ermor did take the heavier loss when it comes to it. So we will see what happens within that war, of course. I had a battle here in the Promised Land. All it is was us just going and taking a province from Ermor. I attacked the Independence. And we will watch. I can't remember which one that is. Was this the Demon Independence, I think? Yep. The Imps. And it's not too bad. It's fairly how we expected to go with all of our mercenaries detachments here that we had. Fairly easy battle there. We have another Satis and Ermor battle. This one is what I assume to be the not sieging, the storming of the castle. This either was the army either breaking the siege or an army moving on top of the castle to fight the Satis army. And this is Satis. Now that Satis has won the battle, they are also storming the fort this turn, and we will watch that as well. Definitely not as many troops as he had before. It looks like most of his reborn have actually routed, surprisingly, because you remember he had 20, he lost 10, and now there's only 2 left. So it's very, very painful for him. I'm sure he expected to have more, but on the other side, Ermor does not have anything but their wall defense, so he shouldn't have to worry. Chariots are coming in. Skeletons are going up the wall, and we will go ahead and fast forward. Thunderstrikes are coming down on the wall, and that is it. We will check if he lost anything, and no, he didn't. We just have some events going on. The Eagle King Cursed. We actually have a good event being plus 670 gold, which is nice. We have a lot of troops we need to be making. Inamachaka has been vanquished. Good game. It was a lot of fun. Glad he was able to make it. So as far as our battle plans go for next turn, the army in 93 will be moving over to 71, and what's in 53 will also be moving to 71, just to start to lock down the castle there. From the looks of it, Ormore still has a fairly large army. They still have about 80 troops there, 70 troops there, 100 troops there, only 20 in their capital. With Satis being that close, they definitely need to reform rather fast. I feel like the Ada troops here was the retreating forces that just attacked 54 to try to stop Satis. Other than that, if you notice on this side, Agartha is being sieged down on their capital here, which is very worrisome. We have a scout going over there to see what is going on. There would be more about that battle later. Here we just have our prophet moving. Other than that, we have people site searching, making items. These are the items we currently have. We have some storm spools. We're going to be making corpse construct soon. A lead shield we got from Event, snake ring, 2 thistle maces, 2 earth boots, winged helmet, which those are all path boosters, along with a skull staff, which is going to be a path booster for our double death mages, or 2 death mages. so they can cast Wailing Winds, starting to make some endless bags of wine so we can have very, very large armies. Other than that, research-wise, 570 research a turn, not too great for turn 33. We will have Evocation 6 in 2 turns, so we'll have Wailing Winds. After that, we'll be heading to Construction 6. We're researching, a lot of site searching going on over in the northern part of our empire where Colossa used to be. We do have a War Elephant and Spirehorn Warrior group moving out to take out these trogs. So there is a lot of them there, so we have to take caution in that so we don't lose too many troops. Hopefully that will be enough. Lots of site searchers moving around if you haven't noticed. I'm building 2 more turns to a palisade finished on this throne here, and then 1 more turn for the throne in 92. We have some more site searchers moving around. 2 of our larger groups with Eagle Kings are moving over to 93 so they can start their invasion of Ermor. 2 more turns until it's upgraded to a fortress, and there's a lab going to be built there so we can go ahead and start on our conjuration spells so we can get some very nice magic diversity. We have been stockpiling enough gems at this point. We need to start using them rather quickly, and hopefully enough within the next few turns we will be. As far as the turn goes, I believe that is everything. There is a bug flying around. It's a beetle. I had to look at it. I thought it almost fell in my cup, actually. I had to check. But yeah, we will be heading to the next turn here. It will be turn 34. Lots of magic sites being checked for. We have a magical phase of attack being Call of the Winds. And like I said before, we need to stop using this. We just really have bad luck with it. We do end up killing a augur, but other than that, we shouldn't have cast the spell because we just wasted 10 air gems essentially. Here we found Labyrinths of Skulls, which is a death site, and that is the only site we find out of all these site searchers. If you notice here, our nation rejoices. Crow, god of Caelum, the evening star, the prince of celestial bodies, the shadow has broken free. So our god is online this turn, so it's really, really nice. And we have a battle here in Zamike. We'll go ahead and watch it. If you remember, this is the battle of the castle that Ermor controls. We cast Storm. And we'll start summoning air elementals. We sandwich around their troops. I believe this is the one that had the castle. Maybe it's not. I believe this is the farmland that's underneath the castle. That could possibly be it. We had a battle here in Clone. Just them taking out 6 PD. I don't feel like we need to watch this. We had a battle here in the Promised Land. It's them just taking out 6 more PD. The birds are from, it looks like routing troops of the Call of the Winds cast. We had a battle here against the Troglodytes. And this doesn't go as well as we'd like it to, but it's okay. If I could have the elephants maybe a little bit further up and the birds on, I mean, they're on holding attack, so it couldn't get much better, but I would like the birds to be in combat like right now, or as soon as the elephants hit, because the elephants are done and routing or dead, and then the birds finally come in. it is what it is. And they get dealt, our Spirehorn Warriors get dealt a good bit of damage. And we take pretty heavy losses, losing 5 Mammoths and 36 Spirehorn Warriors, so very unfortunate, but we did take back the province, or take the province. We got a couple gems from a event. We got some gold from event. Not too bad. 2 fortress constructions have been completed. We started to destroy the walls at the Ormorian fort. So we have a fort on this throne. And where was the other one at? We have finished this one over here. So we'll just be making Spirehorn Seraphs out of it, just like we will be the rest of them. We're making some corpse constructs. At this point, I forgot to actually make the other item that makes corpse constructs. Not just the storm spool, but the item. It's a 2-handed weapon, the lightning rod. The lightning rod will make 3 extra corpse constructs whenever you cast a spell. So you would cast storm construct, and would originally just give you 1 corpse construct for 1 air gem, whereas with this in the storm spool, it will be giving you 6 corpse constructs for 1 air gem. So very, very nice to have. Overall, I believe you save more in the long run by doing it this way. I just didn't make one and I forgot to make it, so for a while you'll see me making them like that, where I can just easily definitely increase the amount that I make, but it will be okay. A lot more site searching going on. Trying to finish that fortress up next turn. Researchers just kind of sitting around while we looking for our next target. Other than Ormor, I feel like Satis is going to clean this up. We're just trying to take a little bit that we can. We are still going to stay sieged here. My assumption is that the troops here in 53 and the troops in 82 will probably try to push forward and try to regroup at the capital here. But either way, if they decide not to, we are bringing in the other 2 groups that were moved at 293 earlier, just to make sure we take that and we don't lose any battles. I mean, they could try to break out and move both armies back to see if they can take it away from us, but that would definitely not prevent us from trying to take it. Other than that, moving some Eagle Kings down, moved a Jade Sorceress over here. Now that I have my god, I'm waiting construction 6 so I can make some really nice items. Making some more England's bags of wine. All my troops are moving back to Colossa to sit there while they research or do other things. I have some more site searchers moving out to get my astral site searching and fire, along with earth, air, and death, and water. And so we're getting quite a good diversity of the magic that we're searching. Looking at this here, this is the only major thing we have going on. If you notice, when we look at the Agarthan war here, Agartha has broken out. They're doing fine at the moment. He's fairly confident in his ability to fight Helheim, since Helheim still hasn't been able to take any of his forts yet. Other than that, that will be everything for turn 34. We will head over to turn 35. At this point also, I do want to bring this up, just who controls the thrones at this point. I control 2. I know Vanheim, I believe, controls 2. Being maybe that one. I don't know if Vanheim or Helheim controls that one. Actually, I believe Ermor controls that one, and Vanheim is going to take it away from Ermor. Ermor controls that throne. No one controls that throne, but it's definitely in Satis's area. Satis controls that throne. It's fairly has a good reason to take that one there as well. So does Helheim. So I'm very worried about Satis having enough thrones to win, or being very, very close to the amount of thrones to win. So we will definitely have to keep our eyes on that. We have our troops moving in the capital up to see if we can fly over the Agarthan mountains here to see if we can go after the throne or any other provinces. I believe that was the idea I was going along with that. Other than that, we will head over to turn 35. Oops. Alright, we cast Call of the Winds again because, I just like to cast it. We will see if we win. And that is going to be a new. Too many javelins to face for us. Weak birds. We found a magic site, Leper Fins. I believe that's a death site. Enchanted Pie, that's a fire site. Rockside Spring, that's an earth site. So overall, doing all this site searching is worth it in the long run. We have a battle here, Ermor versus us. I believe this is the castle that we were sieging, and we will watch that battle. I feel fairly confident in the battle here. Storm goes up along with Mist. Just looking at now, their precision has dropped down to 2. So I don't think they'll be throwing much of anything or shooting much of anything anytime soon. And interestingly enough, if you notice, you don't see any javelins being thrown. I don't know if that's just on like attack closest or anything like that, or just due to the fact of their precision being so low that they would much rather hit the opponent with their spears and throw their javelins. The air elementals are definitely doing some work right now. Our flyers are taking pretty heavy losses, being in or having the enemy in these square formations, which is fine for the air elementals, but the Spirehorn warriors are just having a lot of trouble getting a lot of surface area onto those troops and really using their quantity against them. So a lot of our Spirehorn warriors end up routing. So they lose 212 warriors here, or units, and then we lose 98. So fairly heavy loss for us. I wish we wouldn't have lost that many. There's a battle here with Vanheim against Ermor. So at this point in the game, it's everyone jumping on Ermor to see how much they can actually take away from them. We will watch that too. And just out of curiosity, I want to check the Bless again on the Vanheim side if anyone has forgotten. It's morale +1, which everything has. Magic weapons, shock resistance +15, cold resistance +5, defense skill +2, reinvigoration +2, and blood surge. So not a bless I would want to mess with. I'm trying to see here. So they're berserkers +5, with also having blood surge. So whenever they finally do get hit, they're going to hit you back really, really hard. And you're going to be dealing a lot of damage. Now, I don't think he's berserked right now. Hold on. No, I do not think he is berserked. Because it would be much higher if he was. So still very scary units to have or to know you're up against. A few events, a good one, a not so good one, Dominion change. We had some wolves attack us, so we will have to deal with that. We have the Prophet army coming over to deal with the wolves. We have a few mages flying out to do doing a few things. We have a priest moving over to Colossa with some more units. We have another unit going back to Colossa, probably just to research at this point. Just researching there. I'm moving troops now to attack Ermor even more. Unfortunately, a lot of our troops were routed, so we will have to go pick them back up. But I highly doubt Ermor will commit any more troops to this western side. Just due to the fact that he just doesn't have the ability to actually leave his capital anymore with the amount of troops that he has. Because if he does, this is just going to take it away, and that's definitely game over. So we will be free to take all this Oh, sorry, yawning. We'll be free to take all this land here. It looks pretty gem heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gems from there. But yeah, it looks fairly gem heavy. We see Agartha is moving out with his troops now, looking to probably push Helheim off of the castle over there. So hopefully enough he will do fine. I would rather have a Agartha than be fighting a Helheim. Be moving these troops off. I don't know if there's anything left in there, but I don't want to take the chance of losing Eagle Kings. More corpse constructs. And that's about it. I think I went over everything I was doing this turn. Lots of site searching, moving and/or site searching. Gem income is doing fairly well. Our income right now for turn 35 is at 34,000 or 3,400. If it was 34,000, that'd be crazy. It's at 3,400, almost 3,500. So we're trying to keep pace with 100 gold turn. Hopefully enough, our good scales will start to spread out, overall making us more money. I don't believe it's not till later in the game that I decide to start focusing on Dominion and start pushing it. We're also making some corpse constructs over here at 93, hopefully trying to probably take out the Ichthid warriors eventually if we ever make enough of them. So I will go ahead and go to the next turn, being the last turn for this episode today, which is going to be turn 36. Continue 36. So make a few corpse constructs. Find a magic site which guard and bones, and that's a death site. There's an assassination attempt, and we will watch it. Against the Eagle King, it seems like in our own dominion, so he's going to have his helper with him. No weapons, no items at all. Very surprised that Ermor decided to do this. And the assassin already knows what's good for him, and he's already running away. And that is it. And then he's dead. Two limping units were crippled during the long march. We have a battle here in the Mercs. This is just the Wolves battle here in the Promised Land, and we'll watch it. is very unfortunate. I did not expect Armor to push to the promised land with this many troops again. We cast Storm and we cast Air Elementals a few times. With those few Equite, or not Equite, what are they called? Yeah, there are Equites of the Sacred Shroud. Just due to their, well, they're not even blessed. I was thinking they're blessed having their shock resistance or magic weapons be able to deal with air elementals, but they just did it on their own. And they were able to take out our Evil King through Mind Burns and Cav. So very, very unfortunate for us. Bad events happening in Caelum. Assassination attempt. We end up winning, just long dead. Unrest, a magic site found. Ore deposits, that gives us plus 40 resources, I believe. Bad magic site, or yeah, bad events again, plus 23 unrest, plus 37 unrest. Evocation rituals are cheaper this month. Fortress there is complete. We bought some mercenaries. I think we bought them for very, very cheap. I should have checked last turn and saw how much I bought them for. So like I said before, side searchers still trying to do their best. If you notice now, we're actually going to be attacking Argartha. At this point in the game, that army that we saw here at 61 moved to either fight a battle here or here, I can't remember, and they unfortunately lost. I think it due to the fact that they were fighting in cold, whereas they are a Heat 3 nation and their troops fatigued out. So very, very dangerous. You have to be mindful of the strategic map and the cold or the temperatures that you fight in and what your nation wants to fight in. So I'm not looking so good for him. At this point, he messaged me and told me to take as much land as I can before Helheim's able to take it. He doesn't plan on making it out of this war, but he's going to try his best to bring Helheim down with him. So I have all my troops moving out to attack his forts, attack as many provinces as we can on such short notice. So we'll be taking the cave and the fort here, while also taking the forest. Moving all of our troops and mercenaries that we were able to make onto 71 again to try to take out that castle there. I'm bringing some mages with gems. So tired. We have our prophet moving up with his troops along with all the other mages that we have had. Hopefully enough this mage will be able to attack like here, here, or here, or this one be able to go a little bit deeper, being like there or there, maybe one of these three. One of these siege down this fort here and go ahead and take it. We are also trying to make some corpse constructs to go into the water and take that away from them. So a lot of very interesting things going on. A lot more battles upcoming. A lot of large battles still. Ermor still has their capital, so we will see how long they are able to hold out along with Agartha. But I feel like those two nations are definitely the nations up next on the chopping block to go. Vanheim is trying to take this throne away from Ermor, which I am glad that he is. I would rather him have it than have Satis have it, just due to the amount of thrones Satis already has. Other than that, just a lot of movement back and forth. I'm trying to move my scouts around to kind of get an idea of what is going on. They've already kind of checked and saw who has what thrones. Altogether, I think this is a shorter video than the other Caelum videos that we've had so far, just due to the fact that we didn't have a lot of battles. We didn't have to watch a lot of battles. It's just a lot of site searching, a lot of preparation, a lot of trying to just better our economy and build infrastructure to actually give us a boost in research, because I think through what when we started the episode we were on 500 and now we're on 835. So fairly good. We will be getting construction 6 next turn, and we will be starting our production of lightless lanterns with our stockpile of 177 gems. We have been trying to stockpile a few of these Seraphines up where we can, just to be able to make a decent amount of lanterns whenever they do come online. If you notice, a lot of our castles do not have temples, so it won't be as easy for us to make them, but they will be later on once we do have a lot. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lightless lanterns in turn isn't too bad. It could definitely be much better, and I would prefer if it was better. But under circumstances, that will be fine for right now. So hopefully enough you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you back again when we pick up where we left off, and we will be at turn 37. On the next episode, we'll be done doing turn 37, 38, 39, and 40. So that will be a lot of fun altogether. I think there will be 4 or 5 more episodes till the game's over. So not too long. This will be coming up to a close soon. I will have to be preparing my next game that I will be showing you guys. So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully, I don't know if even anyone enjoys the Company of Heroes. I play every now and then with some friends on Discord, so I just kind of throw the game up there. I also have a idea for another series. I'm not sure if anyone would like it, but I will probably post it anyway. I will definitely continue to do Dominions. I can promise you I will not be stopping that just to pick up something else. So you will always have a Dominions video to watch when you come to this channel. Also, again, how do you guys like the new thumbnail that I've made for the Michelin video? Put a little bit of work into it. I enjoyed the way it turned out. I will attempt to do more of those later on. That was something different for me to do. I'm not too technically inclined as far as the editing and process of that goes, but I will try my best. So we will definitely see. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all of this, and I will see you here next week. I know I'm a day off this week, but when I got home on Sunday, I was just so tired, and I just didn't have the time to make the episode. And by Monday rolled around, I had to work and stuff. I'm doing this Monday night or Tuesday morning. It's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So as long as it gets done, that's all that matters. So we will be seeing you on the next episode. So bye, everyone. I wasn't doing the right thing. I was going to click intern, pretending like the video was going to end, but it's not. Alright, bye.